Hey guys, it's Renee from Raw Branded. Just checking to make sure that you guys can hear me and see me. If you have any trouble, just let me know. Just want to double check, see that everything is working. I hope that you guys are having a lovely day, a wonderful week, a wonderful start to your week. Now, I've been hopping on live to address some of your questions, and here's one that has come up to me that I definitely want to talk about here. Um, you guys have asked me, should I, when I'm doing my branding, should I create a brand that looks like me? Should my brand look like me, right? And there's been this struggle, this kind of dance between whether or not it should look like you and the people who you serve, your potential customers and clients, right? So before I answer this question, I'm going to give you a little scenario to think about here. Think about when you go to the grocery, right? When you're going shopping, visualize this. You're going food shopping and you're going down the aisle and you're purchasing cereal, right? And down the aisle of cereal, and I'm just thinking about this here as I'm buying cereal for our son who lives off of cereal. And just think you're going down purchasing cereal for yourself or for someone else. And there's Fruity Pebbles, Captain Crunch, Special K, and some health cerealness that's an option. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you for joining. So you're in the aisle, right? Picture this, and you're getting cereal, and you have all these choices, right? You have all these cereals that you can purchase, and you choose one. Why do you make that choice? You usually make that choice because it's something that is in sync with your lifestyle, is in sync with your flavor, is in sync with what you do, right? So you make that choice. Hi, Brenda. Thank you so much. You're so kind. So you make that choice, right? I'm talking about cereals as an example, but not really. Think about you're purchasing that cereal. So whether you choose Fruity Pebbles or you choose Special K, you choose it because it's more in line with you, right? And your lifestyle and what you do and your beliefs and everything else that goes with that. It's the same thing when someone is choosing to work with you. If you're a creative entrepreneur or just entrepreneurs in general, people do business with people who you probably hear this, like, know, and trust. Like, know, and trust factor, like, know, and trust factor. You probably hear that all the time, right? It's kind of the same thing when people are choosing to do business with you. There's so many other people who do the same things that you do. Now, that's a good thing. But it comes down to what makes it different, right? What makes it unique. And people will go and do business with a person because, they vibe off of what's different about that person that's more in line with them. So whether you're a therapist, career coach, whatever you're doing, you may choose that person based on, yes, where your phase is in life, but you may vibe off of their philosophy, the way that they deliver their message, their journey, their story, right? And that may be the thing that pulls you in. So yes, by all means, definitely, your brand should look like you. It should look like you. It should have some sort of feeling essence of you because at the end of the day, people are going to do business with you, right? And you know what? I know that some people are like, well, I'm fearful of putting myself out there. You can put yourself out there. And, if you didn't check out the last video, there's ways you can put yourself out there without having to put yourself out there where it doesn't feel comfortable to you, right? But you do want to put yourself out there. You do want to connect with people. Your brand should have that essence of you. And yeah, I know you're probably going to say, but what about the people who I serve? What about the people who I'm giving value to? We're not saying that they're not important in the equation. But what I am saying is to not forget about what you bring uniquely to the table, because that's where you're going to stand out, right? It comes down to that little differentiating factor. That's what's going to make you come up on top and stay in people's minds. So yes, The brand should look like you. Yes, it is going to create a dialogue between you and your potential clients and customers. Yeah, you're going to have that conversation going because you're vibing off of each other, right? And this person will say, yeah, I want to select this person to help me with my mindset because I feel like this person gets me, right? I feel, I feel like this person gets me. And that's going beyond even like what they can deliver. You know, when you come down to this is my service and this is how many months we're going to work together and this is, before you even get to that, people are already thinking of, well, I feel like this is right. So there's some psychology in this, and it's not, we're not talking about too woo-woo here, but it comes down to things that there's data backing this, right? You're going with your gut, going with your gut instinct, right? And so you need to be driving the ship and setting that tone. You need to be creating that, branding yourself to make sure that people feel you, if we want to go with that lingo, that people get you. And I always tell people, people are like, oh, and I'm saying people because I'm not going to call you guys out, who I've spoken to, who have said, I can wait till later. Branding doesn't have to happen now. Business is good. I don't need to do anything to set up my brand. Well, maybe good for now, but that doesn't guarantee you in the long term, right? Because the whole thing about you setting your brand is that you're thinking long term. You're thinking from the very beginning to the, let's say not even the end, because you want your customers and clients to always think of you, always work with you, right? It's a relationship that you're building. So you may be comfortable today, but then there's someone else who's doing what you're doing and they may say, you know what, I feel, I think this person, I connect with this person better. I get their brand story and this is the ideal person I want to work with now. See? So that's why, yes, if you're not branding yourself, and I always say this, waving the purple pen, if you're not branding yourself, other people will brand you for you. And you don't want that. You don't want other people coming up with their own perception of what you're about and then swiping left, swiping right, going away and thinking, well, you're not the right person for me because they don't get you. They don't get what value you bring to the table. That's where you want to step in and drive the ship. You have to drive the ship. You have to put your value out there. And there's ways to do this. There's levels to do this. But at the end of the day, yes, you should make your brand look like you. You should definitely be driving the ship. So I hope that you guys are taking steps to, control your brand, be on top of it, get people to vibe with you. And if you're not, here's something I want you to think about. If you're kind of stumped and you say, I want my brand to look like me, but I don't know what that is. Like, what does that mean? What is that? Here's something. I want you to do this. You guys tuning in. And you guys can chime in with questions too, because I'll come back and check this thread. But I have a little action item for you today. All right? I want you to think about, how do you want your customers, clients, how do you want them to feel after they've initially worked with you? What is that feeling? Now don't say good, okay? I don't want the answer. I want them to feel good. Okay, we all want our clients to feel good. No. I want you to really dig deep here and think about, how do I want these people to feel after they work with me? What is that feeling like? Is it like, okay, check mark, I'm done. I got that accomplished. My mindset is clear. I now feel like, okay, I'm now organized. I'm good. Thank you for that service. And then they forget about you. Or is there something else where you're always top of mind, where they're thinking through and someone says, hey, I need help with, and you're the person who they would recommend? What is that feeling? Think about that. Chime below. I want you to comment, and I'll definitely check your comments because I don't think this is done enough. And there's this focus on, yes, going to my audience pain points and yes, I need to have a logo and all these things. And you're missing the mark on the brand story, the entire branding experience. So your job today, definitely comment below and I'll check that, okay? Hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.